Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new here. Today is a very special day because, well, tomorrow's a very special day. But today is going to be a very interesting day because my mom's birthday is tomorrow and I always make my parents a cake for their birthday. My dad wanted red velvet, so I made him a cake. I decorated it really nice. I made a cream cheese frosting from scratch. Originally, I wanted to make his cake from scratch, but I didn't, because I didn't expect him to ask for red velvet, and I've never even made like a vanilla cake from scratch, let alone a red velvet one. So I was just like, you know what, we're gonna do the box route and we're just gonna decorate it nice. And he loved it. It came out really good, and at least I made the frosting from scratch. But my mom's birthday is tomorrow, and I really do want to make hers from scratch because it was my goal to make their cake from scratch this month. So that's what we're doing today. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. If the cake does not come out good, however, I do have a backup plan. We're just gonna go with her favorite Duncan Hines white box cake, and then we're gonna try to decorate that really nicely. So I have my trusty backup plan right here. Duncan Hines is honestly the GOAT. This is our like go-to box cake or like just box desserts in our house. I grew up with Duncan Hines. We never really went the Betty Crocker Pillsbury route. So this one is a tried and true. If my scratch cake does not come out right, that's what we're doing. But for now, I have to go out and run a few errands because my mom requested a 3-layer cake and I only have 2 of these pans. So I have to go out and get an extra pan, and I think I may need some extra butter for the cake and for the frosting. So a lot to do today. It's about 6 o'clock and yeah, her birthday's tomorrow, so we're starting tonight, because if I start this tomorrow, there's no way it's gonna be ready in time for her birthday. Let's go outside and get what we need. I just have Michael's, but they did not have the cake pan that I needed. They only had 8-inch, and the current pans I have are 7-inch. So now we have to go super far to go to a different Michael's store, but hopefully they have what I need. Luckily there is like a Walmart nearby because I needed to go to Walmart as well. So fingers crossed we can get this cake pan at the next Michael's. Freaking out because so far I only see 8-inch and I need 7-inch. This is 8. This is 8. Oh, maybe this one. Is it? Found a single 7-inch pan. And I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't find a third pan, because my mom really wants a 3-layer cake. Then I went to Walmart and I got this straight spatula. I didn't necessarily need it, but I feel like it's gonna come in handy when I'm like flattening the top of the cake with the buttercream. I have an offset one, but this is a straight spatula, so I feel like it's gonna be a lot easier than like using a butter knife or the other one that I currently have. Then I got some light blue sprinkles. My mom actually hates sprinkles, but I figure since I'm doing light blue or like blue decorations, some of these might come in handy, and as long as I don't put too much, then she won't mind. And then I picked up some more cake flour. I already have like half a box, but just in case it wasn't enough, I just grabbed another one. And then I don't have a sift currently, so I just picked up one of these so that way I can sift my flour, baking powder, and baking soda all in one bowl. Starting over here, I have my sugar and butter. I'm gonna cream that together first and try to make it light so that way the cake will hopefully be light and fluffy. And then I have a cup of milk. I have a tablespoon of sour cream, which is supposed to add moisture, so that way the cake is also moist. I have some sea salt, some baking powder, 4 eggs. I'm actually only gonna do egg whites because my mom likes white cake. So I'm gonna separate the yolk from the whites and then just do egg whites. Then I have a trio of extracts. I have some alcohol-free vanilla from Trader Joe's, some vanilla bean paste, which is also from Trader Joe's. You can usually find this around the holidays. And then almond extract, which is one of my favorite new things to use when baking. And then I have like about 1/8 a cup of vegetable oil. I don't know if I'm gonna end up using this. I think it's supposed to add moisture, but I may just either use a drop or not use it at all, since I do have the sour cream and it's supposed to do the same thing. Then of course I already greased and floured my baking pans, and I also went ahead and cut out some parchment paper and then put that on the bottom to just make it easier for the cakes to come out. And then I'm gonna be using this cake flour, and yeah, that's everything. So now that we went through all the ingredients, the first thing I'm gonna do is sift together all my dry ingredients. So my cake flour, baking powder, and sea salt. And then I'm gonna cream together the butter and sugar. So I just finished creaming together my butter and my sugar. I did it for 2 minutes on like medium low. Hopefully I didn't let it mix for too long, because I think I was supposed to add in my eggs while I was creaming the butter and the sugar, but I didn't. So I'm really hoping that once I do like mix it again to add in the eggs, it doesn't result in my batter being over mixed. So fingers crossed, because we want a moist, light and fluffy cake and not a dense cake. So pray for me, guys. So I'm gonna take these eggs and just separate the egg whites from the yolks into this little bowl, so that way we don't get any shells in our batter. So I ended up getting some yolk in my egg whites, but don't worry, we're gonna get it out. I remember hearing about this water bottle trick a few years ago. So I'm gonna take a fresh bottle of water and pour it into my Stanley, and then we're gonna use the bottle as a suction cup to suck up the yolk. And now for our little trick. You guys, it freaking worked. So I am very happy that that bottle trick worked. Here's our yolk. We did get a little bit of egg whites in the bottle, but that's okay, because we're still gonna have enough for our cake. So let's get back to the batter. Alright, this is where I get nervous. So I just beat in the egg whites, but I'm not sure this is how the batter is supposed to look. Maybe I need to mix it a little bit longer, but I don't know, you guys. This does not look great. Hopefully, I just have to keep mixing it. Here we go. Okay, I think we're good. This looks a little bit better. Now it's time for our flour and milk mixture. What I'm gonna do is I have this room temperature milk. I don't know, some people say like mix your like extracts into your milk. I guess I could do that so I don't have to think about it later. The cakes are in. So the cakes are in, and now we wait. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to fit 3 pans, but I found a way to work it out, and I'm honestly hoping it comes out good. I feel like I want to be able to like find a recipe, or like even create a recipe that is going to be tried and true. Right now I'm still experimenting, and I thought I had a recipe that was gonna be kind of okay, but I'm not gonna lie, after I tasted it, when I like was putting it in the pan, it kind of tastes like flour. So I'm not sure why that is. I hope the finished product doesn't taste like flour, but you know, like I said earlier, in case it doesn't come out right, we have our backup plan, and we're gonna do the Duncan Hines fluffy white cake that mom loves. So my cake's been baking for almost 30 minutes now, so I'm gonna go check on it. Hopefully it didn't burn. All right, so my cakes are out and now I'm gonna get started on the buttercream, but I have a little dilemma. I'm not sure if I should go with the buttercream that I always make, which is a basic American buttercream, which is just butter and powdered sugar, or if I should try something new that I've seen on TikTok, which is mixing butter and sweetened condensed milk, which is basically Russian buttercream. I don't know, because I have used my American buttercream for my family and they like that, so this will be brand new and I'm just not sure if I should chance it for my mom's birthday, like maybe on like a weekend, but I don't know. Part of me wants to be of interest and try it because maybe it'll taste good, maybe the texture will be better, even though my buttercream is usually pretty fluffy. So I'm not worried about like it being grainy, but I kind of want to see like what this Russian buttercream is all about. Like everyone is talking about like this two-step buttercream or 2-ingredient buttercream, but I don't know. So I'm gonna ponder for a little bit, then I'm gonna come back and start on the buttercream. I'll tell you guys what I decide, but comment below what you would do. Here's my cakes, by the way. So this one definitely got a little bit burnt and they are not leveled at all. So definitely gonna have to use some sort of measuring tool, most likely a scale next time, and if I don't have a scale, maybe like a measuring cup when I'm pouring the batter in. But they came out really flat, which I think is good, but I was definitely banking on these having a dome top, so that way I could level it off and then taste it, so that way I would know if it's suitable to give to my mom for her birthday. But these came out like so perfectly flat that I don't know. I guess I'll have to like level off one anyway, even though it's perfect to use on like a layer cake. And I don't know if like it came out flat and that it's a good thing or if I did something wrong. I think it's a good thing though. Like ideally you want cakes to be flat, which is why we cut off the tops anyway. So I don't know, we'll see when it's time for me to actually start putting on the crumb coat. Right now they're still cooling off, so I'm gonna make the buttercream, and I did decide to go with the buttercream that I know. So I have my softened butter right here. Okay, so here's our naked cakes. I can't believe how flat they came out. Like, honestly, if I knew how this tasted, I would say this was perfect. Despite the height, they are a little thin, but this is what we're working with currently. I feel like even though I have 3 layers, it seems like the same height as the cake I made for my dad, and my mom wanted hers taller. I still don't know how this cake tastes. And I got like a tiny piece that came off in the pan. I really wish I was able to cut off the top so I can taste the cake. And since I can't do that, I'm like freaking out. Like I don't know what to do. I feel like I should just make 2 cakes at this point. Like I should just make the box cake, even though I would have to make a whole another set of buttercream, and then also make this one. Okay, don't tell my mom, but I made a hole in the cake so that way I can taste it. The texture looks fine. Now it comes down to the taste. And I'm not worried about the hole because I can always fill it with buttercream later, but I really need to know what this cake tastes like. From the little bit that I got on the edge, it kind of tastes like a pancake or like a biscuit, and that's not a good thing. It reminds me of cornbread. We're doing a box cake. Okay, you guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's the finished cake. So here it is. My mom's favorite color is blue, so I wanted to do something with, like, I wanted to incorporate blue into the decorations. Originally I wanted to make it floral, but my buttercream was not like stiff enough for that. So I kind of like last minute just decided on like piping and just writing on it. And as you can see, I didn't have that much space, but I did a little heart for like the dash right there. And then I'm obsessed with hearts, so I just added some hearts around the words. And then I used these little wafer decorations from Wilton. I'm about to go bring it to her literally right now. So I'm in the car and I'm on my way to go spend time with my family for my mom's birthday. I have the cake in the passenger seat and it's buckled. I'm gonna show you guys how this looks. There's our cake. Still has my mom's gift right here. I got her a black Stanley. And I also got her this Cinda cake. She wanted one last year, but I didn't know about it. So I got her one of these and I can't wait for her to open it. It's like one of those things where there's a cake inside and when you open it, like flying butterflies come out. So I know she's gonna love this surprise. And she got her Stanley. So these are my mom's gifts. And now we're gonna go celebrate.